And we are going to look at what we call the what, the why, and the how of success. Because for you to succeed, then those three things, you have to know the difference. Because let me just tell you the truth. Success is not a one-man affair. Success is not just a human affair. So success has your part and then God's part. Yeah, that is very, very important. Your part and the part of a higher being. For me, that is God. So, a higher being that, causes things to happen. So it's important to know that no matter how you try, no matter how you struggle, no matter what you do, if you don't have the backup of God, you cannot succeed. That is very, very important. That's why today we are going to look at the what, and then the why, and then lastly, the how. And all that, that is a process of success. Success starts with the what, then it goes to the why, and then the how. That is very, very important. Now, the problem with us, we do not know our part and God's part. So we try to do everything. So what happens? People lack what you call faith. And people become depressed. People become stressed. They don't know why things are not working. They don't know, why they are failing. They don't know they are working hard and it. Remember what we said yesterday, that working hard, is not the absolute formula of success. Because you can work hard all your life like I did and, and get some, success that is not as per your hard work. Or someone else somewhere is just putting some average effort and, getting much more. So you have to know the difference between your what, your why, and your how. Now let's give an example. For example, let's assume you want to start a business. That is what you call your what. Like you're defining what success means to you. Like success to someone can be starting a business, and that's it. That is success, of course. At some level, that is success. Or it can be, getting elected in an elective post. Or it can be, having a good family. Or it can be, getting $1 million. Or it can be, getting a job. That is success. That is what we are calling the what of success. For you to succeed, the first thing you need to have is the what. So what do you want to achieve? How do you define success for you? That is very, very important. Now, the second thing, we come to what we call the why of success. This is where what we call, emotions come in. Why do I want this? Because success by itself is not enough. Life is not about money. It's not about success. Life is about the experiences and the emotions, and everything else in between, like what is that success making you become? What is that success making you feel? So you ask yourself, why do I want $1 million? Maybe I will feel happy, or else I want to make my parents proud, or else, I want to do something for my siblings, or else I want to change the world, or else, I want to be able to afford things, or else I need to have, options. I need to stop struggling, all these are, I need to, social status, social approval, self-approval and all those things. So that is what we are calling the why. The why is always important than the what. And that is very, very important. Now, after having the why, those are two things that man has to have. Number 3 is what we call the how. The how of success is not your business. And then this is where people go wrong. The how of success is not your business. You don't need to mind about how things are going to work. Your work is to know the what, and to know the why. Everything else, as you start doing your physical part, then the higher being, who is God, is going to align things, to bring the what in your life so that you can enjoy the why. That is very, very important. So the how of success is God's business, and this is where people go wrong. This is where faith comes in. If you don't understand the difference between, these three things, and you take up the how to yourself, then what happens? You become stressed because you cannot cause the how to happen. Let me give you an example that you're going to understand. For example, in the morning, what do you do when you wake up? What do you do when you wake up? The first thing you do is to wake up. So what do you do when you wake up? You open your eyes. That's correct, right? You open your eyes. Now, the moment you open your eyes, why are you opening up your eyes? You're opening your eyes to see. But when you open your eyes, then you cannot cause yourself to see. That is important. Why do you want to see? I want to see because that will make me happy, that make me have so much options, to make me, so many things. Now, but how do we see? Have you ever woken up and you caused your eyes to see? How do your eyes see? That is not your business. You don't even take care of that. Your work is to open your eyes. The moment you open your eyes, then God makes you see. That is important. Now, the moment you eat food, you are eating, and you know why you are eating. You are eating to get full. But the question is, have you ever been in control of the digestive system? That food is going to be converted into, what do you call them? Cells, tissues, muscles, energy, heat, and all those things. Who takes care of those processes? There is a system that God has put in place that is supposed to take care of the how. The moment you do your part, you know what you are doing, why you are doing it, and then you tend to do your part as a human being, the physical part, then you're going to leave the spiritual part to a higher being who is God, to sort out everything. Let me tell you the truth. The same way that you can open your eyes and you see and you're not in control of it, can you trust God for your finances? For example, the moment you start a business, like I do, I'm a businessman. The moment I start a business, that's my work. What am I doing? I've started a business. Then what do? I put in all these other principles of business. So I make sure the marketing is okay, the sales is okay, the processes are okay. I'm innovating, I'm coming up with new stuff. The branding is okay, the staff is okay, the finances are taken care of. So when I do all these things, then it's God's work, to make that business prosper. That is very, very important. Let me tell you the truth. You can be a businessman and you put a banner somewhere and people see it. And the fact that they see it, they do not come into a business. That is important to understand, because the how of it is not your business. That is God's business. And that is important to understand. And this is why you're supposed to have some absolute faith. The same way you can open your eyes and see, and you don't know how you are seeing, then you're supposed to leave even the other part, when it comes to your business, your success, your life, your job, everything else. God is supposed to control all those processes through the system that He has put in place. Let me tell you the truth. If you have absolute faith in God, making sure that when you take care of the what and you take care of the why, then God is going to do the how, then things are going to start working for you. That is very, very important. So from today, I challenge you. Can you stop thinking about how things are going to work? Leave it to God. Because God says that, with man things are impossible. But with God, everything is possible. With God, everything is possible. That is the realm I've learned to live in. I don't care about how things are going to work. I don't care. I don't care about how things are going to work. As long as I'm sorting things in my business, I'm sorting things around my life, I'm doing my part, I'm putting in hard work, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, I'm obeying the principles of the universe and the principles of God, then the how is supposed to bring itself. And the moment I knew that, then that became a game changer for me. The reason why I failed in the past, because I tried to control the how. So the moment you try to control the how, that is putting faith in yourself. The moment you put faith in yourself, then God tends to leave you alone, because you want to do it by yourself. You don't know where God is supposed to come in. So the moment you do that, then that becomes a massacre, because God leaves you alone and you cannot sort the how by yourself. You cannot sort the how by yourself. So you start struggling, you start toiling, you start becoming discouraged, become disappointed, you become stressed. Others, are clinically depressed, and all those things. Let me tell you the truth, guys. If you can be able to have absolute faith that God put in the systems, if you obey the principles of God, then the how is going to sort itself, because you are not born to fail. The reason why you are failing is because you want to make it by yourself. The Creator made you. He knows the systems. So the systems require you to have some faith in God. The moment you start having faith in God, then everything else, the how of it is supposed to sort itself up. It's supposed to sort itself up. That is very, very, very important. That is very, very important. The same way you grow up and you don't know how you grow up. Can you put the same faith, in your finances, in your business? That is it. That when I do my part, then God is going to do his part. And that is very, very important. And that way you're not going to struggle. You're not going to get stressed. You're not going to get depressed. You're not going to have all these things that, people are having nowadays. This is, I'm teaching you the shortcut. You don't have to work so hard. You don't have to struggle. Your work is to have absolute faith. Absolute faith. Absolute faith. And this has to be coupled up with a good mentality. Because as a man thinketh, so he is. Having, your thinking in your head and faith in your heart, that makes life very easy. And then you start taking actions that are in line with the principles of God. That is it. So the big companies you've seen around, that is not the effort of people. Let me ask you a question. Like Elon Musk right now, the richest man in the world, has more than, I think, $225 billion in wealth. Do you think that man? Why are other men not going to that? Why are they not achieving such kind of success? What I'm saying is, it takes a higher being to bring success. But the man who has absolute faith that things are going to work out, they are going to work out. They are going to work out. And that is very, very important. Trust God with everything that you have, Trust him and he's going to make your path straight. That is very, very important. Because when you do that, then everything is going to work out for you. Kindly guys, remember to subscribe. Remember to, hit the notification button. Remember to like, remember to comment, and share it with your friends. Because as we say, life is about sharing. See you next time.